Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my third session of solution of past papers. In this class, students will be completing May-June 21 402411 paper. In the previous two classes, we discussed most of the questions, and in this class, we'll begin our discussion with question number 13. Question 13 says that two numbers x and y are such that x ratio y equals to 5 ratio 11, and the second condition equation given is x plus y equals to 112, and we have to find x and y. Very easy question. We know that ratio means that we have to write in form of fractions. Now we can write it that x over y equals to 5 by 11. Yes, and 11x equals to 5y. Go for cross multiplication. 11x equals to 5y. As we have less space, so I will be showing my working in this way. And 11x minus 5y equals to 0. This is my equation 1. And now I have a second equation already given in the question, that is x plus y equals to 112. Now it's up to you which method you are applying, because these have become, the question was given with ratio, but now after applying the concept of ratio, the question has taken the form of the simultaneous equations, and we are already familiar how to solve simultaneous linear equation, either by elimination method or by substitution method. For me, it's easy to go with the elimination method. I can simply multiply here. Y has the coefficient 5 with negative sign. If I'm multiplying this equation, second equation, by 5, I can have 5x plus 5y equals to, do not forget to multiply both sides of equation by 5. I do not have to go outside these barcodes. So 112 multiplied by 5, 5 2s are 10, 12 5s are 60, and 5 1s are 5, 560. Now I have two equations with me. Let me write my equations over here. 11x minus 5y equals to 0, and the second equation is 5x plus 5y equals to 560. Okay, at this stage we can see that y has the same coefficient with opposite signs, so we can simply add them up, and this goes with this, and 11 plus 5 is 16, x equals to 560, and now x equals to 560 upon 16. Now at this stage the tables have to be really strong. 2 how many times? 2 8 times, and then 2 2 times 4, 2 8 times, and then 0, then 2 4 4s are, 2 1s are, 2 4s are, 0s are, 2 times again, 2 70 times, and 2 1s are, and 2 35 times. Students, you can see that I'm not using at all calculator here, so x will be equal to 35. Now what we can do is that we can replace this value of x in any one of the equations. For me, this x plus y equals to 112 is easy, so x plus y equals to 112, and y equals to 112 minus x, and this is equal to 112 minus 35. Take away 35 from 112, subtract 35 from 112. I cannot subtract 5 from 2, so I have to take carry from here. So this will become 12. 12 minus 5 is 7, and I'm left with 0 here. 10 minus 3 is 7, so y value is 77. Okay, before writing the final answer, we have to recheck the values as well. 77 plus 35, 7 plus 5 is 12, 7 and 3 10, and 1 11. So x equals to 35 and y equals to 77. I hope you are clear about this question. And let's move to this second question. That's question number 14. Question 14 says this is the term to term rule for the sequence, and the rule is multiplied by 2 and add 3. And the first 3 terms in the sequence are 1, 5 and 13. Write down the next term in the sequence. The rule says that multiply, if we're taking the number x, then 2x plus 3, this is the rule. And the first 3 terms are 1, 5 and 13. Let's see how we are getting second term, which is 5 from 1, or third term, which is 13 from 5. If we observe these numbers carefully, we can see that if I'm adding 4 over here, then 1 plus 4 is 5, and then 13. How can I get 13 from 5? By adding 8. 8 plus 5 is 13. It means I'm adding multiples of 4 here. So the next multiple of 4 is 16. 4 to the 8. Next multiple of 4, yes, is 4 to the 8 to the 16. And when I'm adding 16 to 13, and this becomes 29. So I hope the next term is 29. Then question says, this is the term-to-term rule for the different sequence. That square and subtract 5. It means that if we are taking the general term n or x square minus 5. The second and third term of this sequence is minus 1 and minus 4. And write down the fourth term of this sequence. Fourth term of this sequence. So what we have to do, the rule is square and then subtract 5 to get the next term. So if I'm taking from this term, I have to generate the next term. Then what I have to do, I have to take the square of 4 and subtract 5, and this is 16 minus 5, and which gives me 11. I hope you are clear about this. And let's move to the next part of the question. And the next part of the question says, write down the 2 possible values of the first term in this sequence. Write down the 2 possible values of the first term in this sequence. The general rule for this sequence is x square minus 5, and the second term is minus 1, which is given in the question. So what we have to do is that we have to equate this general term with minus 1, and it will give me x square equals to 5 minus 1, and x square equals to 4, and I have to take the square root of this, and this will give me x square equals to plus minus square root 4, or x equals to plus minus 2, so minus 2 or positive 2. I hope really clear about these questions, and let me move to the next question. Question 15 says that 2 villages, Foxby and Glenton, are joined by the footpath and the road. Abdul walks along the footpath from Foxby to Glenton. He walks for 2 hours and 14 minutes. 2 hours and 14 minutes and arrives Glenton at 15:10. Calculate the time Abdul left Foxby. Really easy question, and this is again the concept of D1. So students, please, you must have to give special attention towards the concepts of D1. We have to find the departure time. Okay, left is the departure time. We know that arrival time equals to departure plus journey time. Now arrival is given. He arrives at 15:10, and then departure we do not know, and the journey is 2 hours 14 minutes. 2 hours 14 minutes, or then I have to shift this 2 hours 14 minutes to other side. 2:14 equals to departure. And now what I have to do, I have to perform my working here. 10 minus 2:14, I have to subtract it. Look, these are the hours house and this is the minutes house. We cannot subtract 14 from 10, so I have to take 1 from our house, and that one is the hour, so it will become 60 because when it will be coming in the minutes house. So 60 minutes plus 70 minutes, that will be giving me total 70 minutes. I have to take away 14 from that. 10 minus 4 is 6, and 6 minus 1 is 5. This is 56 minutes, and I was left with 14 over here, and 14 minus 2 is 12. 12:56. Departure is 12:56 equals to departure, and I have to fill my answer on the working space as well. I hope you are really clear about this part, and if the concepts of D1 are clear to you, then you can easily solve these all questions. Moving to the next part, and the next part says that the distance by road between Fox Bay and Glenton is 15 kilometers. A bus travels along the road between Fox Bay and Glenton. The bus journey takes 12 minutes. Okay. Calculate the average speed of the bus in kilometer per hour. I always ask it to my students that please read, understand and underline important terms of the question so that you can grasp the question easily. We have to find the average speed. Calculate the term, the expression that begins after calculate is the average speed. We know that the formula for the speed is speed equals to distance traveled upon time taken. Distance and time, okay, and speed is distance traveled upon time taken. And another restriction is we have to give our answer in form of kilometer per hour. But if we look at the time which is given, that is 12 minutes. So first of all, what we have to do, we have to convert the time which is given to us in hours. We know that 1 hour equals to 60 minutes. 60 minutes, and 1 minute equals to 1 hour 60 hours. Please learn the conversion of time and length and weight before your exam. And 12 minutes will be equal to 12 by 60 or 1 by 5 hours. This is the conversion for time, and formula for the speed is must support your working with formulas and statements. Speed equals to distance traveled upon time taken, and distance is 15 kilometers, and time is 12 ones are and 12 fives are 60. Yes, time is 1 over 5 hours. 1 over 5. So I hope my students are familiar that how to deal with such situations divided by the 1 by 5. Now I have to take the reciprocal. 15 multiplied by 5, and the speed is 75 kilometer per hour. Okay, I hope this question is really easy for my students. 75 kilometer per hour. And now the question says the bearing of Glenton from Fox Bay is 128 degrees. The bearing of Glenton from Fox Bay is 128 degrees. Calculate the bearing of Fox Bay from Glenton. Okay, recall the concepts of bearing and your alternate and corresponding angles. Let me bring the diagram under the camera, and let me once again read the bearing of Glenton from Fox Bay. Let's draw the north at these positions first, okay, because we know that we must have to show the compass This is the north, this is the north. Okay, now, and let's join these 2 points. This is north, this is north, these 2 points with the help of straight line. And the question says that the bearing of Glenton from Fox Bay is 128 degrees. This bearing is already given. This is 128 degrees. And requirement of question is calculate the bearing of Fox Bay from Glenton. So please focus your attention on this point, that the place which comes after word from, you have to start your movement from that point. Now we have to find the bearing of Fox Bay from Glenton. So what we have to do, we have to start our movement from Glenton, from the north of Glenton, and we have to move in the clockwise direction, and we have to stop at the arm of Fox Bay. Okay, and this is the position where I have to stop. Now I do not know, I just know one angle over here, that is 128 degrees. Now there are different ways of solving this question. If we look at the north and north, they are parallel to each other, and the line that is starting from F to G, F to G is making the transversal here. So if this angle is 128 degrees, this turn will also be 128 degrees, 128 degrees. So one of the way of solving the question is that required bearing will be equal to 180. Let me first focus on the diagram, and then I'll be moving to the working space. That this turn is of Meyer 180 degrees. Look, this is the semicircle. We are taking the turn over here, and the semicircle has how many degrees? This is clear and understood. This is 128, and then we due to the alternate angles, we have 128 degrees over here. So the required bearing will be 128 plus 128 plus 180 degrees. So bearing of Fox Bay from Glenton equals to 180 plus 128, and this gives me 128, 8 into 10, 308 degrees. 308 degrees. And let me fill up the answer space as well. Do not forget to fill up your answer spaces. 8 into 10 and 308 degrees. Another way of solving, let me discuss the other way of solving the question as well. Let me bring the picture down under the camera. Look, again, if we look at Fox Bay position, we can see that here we have a semicircle with us, and in this semicircle, this much turn is 128 degrees. If I'm finding this turn, this is 180 minus 128, and that gives me 10 minus 8 is 2, and 7 minus 2 is 5. 52 degrees. Let me confirm it. 10 minus 8 is 2, and 7 minus 2 is 5. 52 degrees over here. And now look, this is again making Z, and over here we can have 52 degrees angle due to alternate angles. Now if this angle is 52 degrees due to alternate angles, this is also 52 degrees. And now the other way of finding the same angle is, look children, here now as we have to start our movement from this point, and we have to stop at this point. Now we have almost full turn with us, and out of that turn we know that this angle is of my 52 degrees. Take away 52 from 360 minus 52, and 10 minus 2 is 8, and this is 0, and this is 308. So it's up to you that how you are calculating these angles. But before moving to your O-level examination, you should have clear idea of alternate and corresponding angles, and for that purpose you can take the help from your D1. D1 is one of the most important books for your O-level examinations. Let's move to the next question, and the next question is question number 21. Again, your paper will have some easy questions and some difficult questions. Question says that factorize 3cx plus 2bx minus 6cy minus 4by. Very easy question. Recall that the question is having 4 terms, and first of all what we have to do, that we have to turn these 4 terms in form of the groups of 2's minus 6cy minus 4by equals to 3cx plus 2bx factorization by grouping, and minus 6cy minus 4by make the groups of like terms. Okay, it's again D2 chapter number 3, really important. Okay, and now look, from this group what can we extract as a common factor, that is x. I have to pull out the common factor, and inside the bracket I will left with 3c plus 2b. And then what we have to do, coming to the second group, look, both the terms are having minus sign, so I have to pull out minus sign as a common factor. And then I have from the numbers, both the numbers can come in table of 2, so 2, and again I have 2 and y as the common factor. Now look, from 6cy I have 2y outside, so inside the bracket I will left 2. How many times is 6? That is 3, and c, and as this minus sign is out, so plus, and 2 how many times is 2, and y is out, 2b. Okay, now see carefully that we have this group 3c plus 2b, 3c plus 2b. This is a common group, so I have to pull out, I have to extract this common group out, and this is 3c plus 2b outside, and x minus 2y. Really easy question. And 3c plus 2b into x minus 2y. Moving to the next question, and the next question is 6x squared plus 7x minus 10. D2 chapter number 3, 6x squared plus 7x minus 10. Recall what was the method for the factorization of quadratic equations and expressions. 6x squared plus 7x minus 10. Okay, multiply constant with the coefficient of term having part 2, and that gives me 10 multiplied by 6 is 60. Okay, and then 60 with minus sign. I have to make the prime factors of 60 to 30 times, and then to 15 times, 3 5 times, and 5 1 times. 5 1 times. And now look, I have to write all factors 2 2 3 5 and 1 in one line, and I have to make only 2 numbers out of these all factors in such a way that when I'm adding or subtracting I'm getting 7, and when I'm multiplying I'm getting minus 60. Now if I'm looking 2 to the 4, 3 is 12, and 5 and 1 together, so 12 minus 5 can give me 7, and 12 multiplied by 5 is 60. So I hope by applying midterm breakage or hit and try rule you can easily get the factors. That is 12x minus 5x and minus 10. Now you can see that the middle term has been divided, is broken in 2 parts, 12 minus 5, 7, and 12 5s are 60. Now Again, the concept is similar to the previous question, that we have 4 terms and we have to make the groups of like terms, and we have to extract or pull out common factors. So from 6 and 12, what can be extracted as a common factor? Table of 6, 6 and x. And inside the bracket, I will left with x plus 2. Moving to the second group, minus 5, minus 10. Table of 5 is common with minus sign, minus 5 and x plus 2. Again, look, this question is similar to the previous part. X plus 2 is the common factor. Pull it out, extract it out, okay. And x plus 2 and 6x minus 5. 6x minus 5. So x plus 2 into 6x minus 5. Moving to the next question, and the next question says that, let me read the question first. A car has a mass of 2,400 kilogram. Correct to the nearest 100 kilograms. Please read and underline important terms of the question. A caravan has the mass of 1,460 kg. Correct to the nearest 10 kilograms. Calculate the lower bound for the total mass of the car and caravan. Okay, now we are given with the mass of car that is 2,400 kg, and correct to the 100 kg, nearest to the 100 kg. So the lower bound, in order to get lower bound or upper bound, what we have to do, we have to divide this 100 by 2, and that becomes 50. So lower bound of mass of car is 2400 minus 50 100. Yes, 2400 minus 50, and this gives me 0. 10 minus 5 is 5, and 2350. And now mass of caravan equals to 1460, and it has been rounded nearest to 10 kg. 10 divided by 2, which is equal to 5. 10 kg. So lower bound will be equal to 1460 minus 5, which is equal to 1455. Now calculate the lower bound of total mass. Lower bound of total mass equals to lower bound of car, that is 2350 plus 1455. Okay, 2350 and 1455, I have to add them up. 5 plus 5 is 10, 4 plus 3 is 7, and 1 8, and 3805 kg, and I have to complete my working here as well. I hope you are really clear about these two factorization question and the lower and upper bound question. In order to get the total mass of the total of the lower bounds, what we have to do, we have to add up both the lower bounds. Moving to the next question, let me turn the page here. Okay, and question number 23 says that if we have A equals to B square plus C upon D, and a equals to, we have to find value of a when b equals to 4 multiplied by 10 square, c equals to 6 multiplied by 10 cube, and d equals to 2 multiplied by 10 square, and we have to give our answer in standard form. So first thing that we have to do is that we simply have to insert the values carefully, and b has a value 4 multiplied by 10 square, and plus c has a value 6 multiplied by 10 raised to power of 3 upon d has a value 2, sorry, I missed the square here because this is b square, 2 multiplied by 10 square. Okay, now this power 2 has to be applied on every term inside the bracket, and it will become 4 square, and 10 law of power of powers says it will become 10 raised to power of 4 plus 6 multiplied by 10 raised to power of 3 upon 2 multiplied by 10 square. Now 4 square is 16 multiplied by 10 raised to power of 4 plus 6 multiplied by 10 raised to power of 3 upon 2 multiplied by 10 square. As we are doing paper 1 and calculators are not allowed, so we have to learn to perform mental calculations as well. Please children, you can see that how I'm dividing the page in order to utilize the space properly. Now if we look at numerator carefully, we can easily pull out 2 and 10 raised to power 3 as a common factor, and inside the bracket I will left with 8 multiplied by 10 plus 2 is out, so 3, and then in the denominator we have 2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 2. This 2 goes with 2, and over here we will be applying the Devine law of indices with same basis, and it will become 10 raised to power of 3 minus 2, and it will become 10, and inside the bracket I will left with 80 plus 3, 80 plus 3, and which is 83 multiplied by 10, and this becomes 830, but I have to give my answer in standard form, and in order to give the answer in standard form, we know that the answer of the standard form must be in the form a multiplied by 10 raised to power of n, where a lies between 1 and 10 only. So what I have to do, I have to multiply and divide this number by 100, 10 raised to power of 2, and it becomes 8.3 multiplied by 10 raised to power of 2. I hope you are clear about this question, and let's move to the second part. And the second part says that rearrange the formula to make b the subject of formula. So again, the subject of formula from D2 chapter number is 6. So please, if you have good hold on these all concepts, you can easily solve your O-level paper. We want to make b the subject of formula. So in order to make b alone, in order to isolate b, first of all I have to shift this d to other side. AD equals to b square plus c, and now what we have to do, we have to shift this c to other side. It will become AD minus c equals to b square, or what we can do is b square equals to AD minus c. Somehow we have isolated our b, but we need the value of b, it's b square. So what we have to do is we have to take the square root on both sides, so it will become b equals to AD minus bc, and square root of this number with plus minus sign. Let me reconfirm this, that I'm shifting d to other side, b square plus c, then I'm subtracting it, and then I have to take the square root of this. And again, students, this is standard form is one of the most important concepts. You can again give a careful look to this question. Here I have b square. So first I'm replacing the value of this, and then I'm taking the square of that, and then 6 multiplied by 10 raised to power 3 upon 2 multiplied by 10 square. 4 square will become 16, and here I'm applying law of power of powers, and due to that it is becoming 10 raised to power 4 and divided by 2 multiplied by 10 raised to power 2, and then this is 16. 4 square is 16 multiplied by 10 raised to power 4 plus 6 into 10 raised to power 3, and this becomes 2 multiplied by 10 square. Now see if we can take something common, like from 16 and 6 I can pull out 2, and from powers of 10 I can pull out 10 raised to power 3, and when I'm taking from 16 I'm taking 2 out, 8 multiplied by 10 plus 3, because 10 cube is already outside. 10 raised to power 10 multiplied by 8 is 80 plus 3 is 83, and here I'm left with 10, 830. And then again, as the question says, give the answer in standard form. So in order to turn this 830 to standard form, I have to multiply and divide this by 100 or 10 square. So this portion will become 8.3, which is a part of the standard form, and it has to be between 1 and 10, and this is 10 square. Moving to the next question, and B part says that if m multiplied by 10 raised to power 4 plus m multiplied by 10 square is 36,360, we have to find the value of m multiplied by 10 raised to power 4 minus m multiplied by 10 square. Again, very easy question. We do not know what is value of m here, so let's take the help of the given information, and m multiplied by 10 raised to power 4 plus m multiplied by 10 square equals to 36360. I can pull out or extract m and 10 raised to power 2 as a common factor, and inside the bracket, because from m multiplied by 10 raised to power 4, m into 10 square is extracted as a common factor. So 10 raised to power 2 and plus this whole factor is out, so it will become 10 square plus 1 and equals to 36,360. Now it will become 100m. 100m into 101 equals to 36360, and I need to find value of m, and that will become 36360 divided by 100, and this 101 as well. Okay, now look, this 0 goes with this 0, and I'm left with 36 and 3,636 upon 101 multiplied by 10. Now what I have to do, I have to divide 36, 363 and 3,636 by 101. 101 times 2 is 202, and 3 is 303. 303 subtracted 0, 6, and this is 6 times 606. So this will become, let me complete my working here properly. My students have to follow the same pattern. Okay, then this will become 36 upon 10, or m has a value 3.6. Why 3.6? Because we are dividing 36 by 10, and now what we have to do, let me make space over here for the second part. Actual requirement of question, that we have to find the value of m multiplied by 10 raised to power 4, m into 10 raised to power 4 minus m multiplied by 10 square, Again, what we can do is we can pull out m multiplied by 10 square, and inside the bracket I will left now with 10 square minus 1. M has the value 3.6 multiplied by 10 square multiplied by 10 square is 100 minus 1, 100 minus 1, and this is okay 3.6 multiplied by 100, 10 square is 100 multiplied by 99, remove the decimal, 3.6 upon 10 multiplied by 100 multiplied by 99, remove 0, and I'm left with 36 multiplied by 99 multiplied by 10. Now I have to multiply 99 by 36 carefully. 9 6 are 54, 9 6 are 54 for here, and 9 6 are 54, 55, 56, 57, 58 and 59, 59, 9 3s are 27, 9 3s are 27 and 2 29, 4, 9 and 1 10 and 6 16, and then 9 and 1 10, 14 and 1 15 and 3. This is 3 5 6 4 multiplied by 10, so this will become 3 5 6 4 and 0, 35,640, 35,640. I hope students you are really clear about this question, and let's move to the next question, and let me bring the page here. And the next question is question number 11. Question number 11. Let me keep the page here. Question 11 says that in a survey, 3 out of every 100 women, 3 out of every 100 women were taller than 1.9 meter. One of these 100 women is picked up at random. Calculate the probability that she is not taller than 1.9. Very easy question. That 3 out of every 100 women is taller than 1.9 meters. One of the 100 women is picked up at random. So the probability of the woman that is taller than 1.9 meters is 3 over 100. And now we have to find actually the probability of the woman that she is not taller. So recall the concept of complementary events. Probability of taller plus probability of not taller equals to 1, because sum of all probabilities is always 1, and we need to find out probability not taller. So 1 minus probability of woman which is taller than 1.9 meter. So 1 minus 3 by 100, and take LCM. 100 minus 3 by 100, which is equal to 97 by 100, or 0.97 or 0.97. I hope really easy question. You just have to focus on the language and the question will become really easy for you. Moving to the next question, and the next question says, B part says that a new housing estate is being planned. There are 3 possible plans, A, B and C. The survey was carried out to see which plan people preferred. The relative frequency table shows the results. Plans are A, B, C, and the relative frequencies are 0.3, 0.5 and 0.2. 52 people preferred plan C. 52 people preferred plan C. Find how many people preferred plan A. Okay, very easy question. We call the formula for the relative frequency. Relative frequency equals to frequency upon total. Frequency upon total. how many people. Now look, that relative frequency for C is given, okay, that we are given with 0.2. 0.2 people have the liking for 52. 52 people have the relative frequency 0.2. One will have the liking for 52 divided by 0.2, and for 3, now for plan A, what we are going to do is that if 0.2 is the relative frequency for 52, what will be the relative frequency for 52 by 0.2, and what will be the frequency for 0.3. 52 divided by 0.2 multiplied by 0.3. Look, here we have the same number of digits, so this goes with this, and 2 ones are 2 26 are, so 26 multiplied by 3, which is equal to 78. People preferred plan A. So really easy question. And moving to the next part, calculate the total number of people surveyed. Total people surveyed. So formula for the total is that frequency upon relative frequency. I always advise this thing to my students, that please learn the basic formula and then make necessary changes in that formula to get the answers. Now we have the frequency is 52 and for plan C, and 0.2 is the relative frequency. Now what I have to do, I have to multiply this number by 10. I'm removing the decimal, and 2 ones are, and 2 26 are, so 26 multiplied by 10, which is equal to 260. So 260 are the total people. Very easy question. And let's move to the last question of this page. And question says that Burnett bought a game in USA for $15, and Alice bought the same game in Zambia and paid the equivalent price in Zambian kwacha, where the exchange rate is 1 Zambian kwacha is equivalent to $0.075. Calculate the price Alice paid. Okay, now very easy question. Means that Alice is purchasing the game in Zambia, and she is paying the price in Zambian kwacha. So it means that we have to convert the Zambian currency into the USC currency, where the exchange rate which is given to us is that 1 Zambian kwacha is equivalent to $0.075, or $1 will be equal to 1 over 0.075 ZK. Okay, now first let's simplify this expression. We know that we can remove the decimal here easily, 0.75 0 0 0, and at the top of 1, this is 1000 over 75. 1000 over 75. Now what we have to do, that we have to convert $15. $15 will be equal to 1000 upon 75 multiplied by 15. Learn tables. 15 ones are, 15 fives are, 5 ones are, and 5 twos are, 0s are, 0s are. So 200 ZK. 200. So she has paid 200 Zambian kwacha. I hope really easy questions and you are following and understanding these questions properly. Moving to next question, and the next question is question number 16. Let me keep the paper here and let me break. Okay, question says that triangle ABC are drawn on the grid. Okay, Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto B. Let's give a clear look and observe triangle A and B and decide at your level the transformations that you can get in the exam is either your translation, rotation, enlargement, rotation, reflection, or enlargement. Train your mind how to decide that what type of transformation it can be. Look, the shape is not changing the size. Almost both the shapes are having same size. Shape has not changed the size, and then it can be either translation or reflection, but you can see that both the shapes are facing each other at the same level, so it's a reflection. Now look that how to decide that. First we have to write it that it's a reflection, and if and again look at the marks as well. We are given with 2 marks, so examiner will not be giving us full 2 marks for just writing that it's reflection. Now look, what is the gap between object and image? 1, 2, 3 and 4 units gap. So line of reflection will be right in between. Line of reflection will be right in between these 4 points. So x is equal to -1 will be the axis of reflection. You can see that there is a 2 units gap from this point, and now let me hold the ruler in this way, and again 2 units gap from this point. So here the equation of reflection is x is equal to -1. X equals to -1 is the line of reflection or axis of reflection. X equals to -1 with line of reflection, x equals to -1. I hope this part is clear to all of my students. Then the second part says describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A onto triangle C. Now again look at both the triangles. Triangles are not changing their size, so it's not the enlargement, and triangles are not moving in the same direction to upward or downward, so it's not the translation. Okay, it's not the translation, it's not the reflection, it's not. So there is the only chance left that we have rotation with us. Now how to decide that what is the center of rotation and angle of rotation? Now how to decide that what type of rotation is that, and what is center of rotation and angle of rotation? We can see that this point is joined with this. Recall the method for finding center of rotation, that we have to join any 2 corresponding vertices, and we have to construct the perpendicular bisector of that. Let me hold the compass and construct perpendicular bisector. Otherwise we can observe the perpendicular or midpoint of this line as well, but even then let me reconfirm this. Okay, I hope my compass is coming under the camera. Okay, compass is little loose, so it can have slight error, but we will work through observation as well. Let me join the line. Let me repeat the process because my students have to watch and understand this lesson carefully. And again from this vertex, from this vertex, not to hold the compass from here. Yes. Okay, now let me pass the line, and this is passing through this point, and I have to join one more pair. Suppose I'm joining this 90-degree pair over here, join and draw the perpendicular bisector of these 2 points. The line joining with these 2 points, construct the perpendicular bisector. I'm making this line little bold so that my students can see this carefully. Okay, again, now construct the perpendicular bisector, and I hope you know well that how to construct the perpendicular bisector. If you have any doubt about the construction of perpendicular bisector, you can watch lesson from the channel. And let me draw arc here carefully, and one arc over here, and then repeat the process. I have to open arm of compass a little more than half of the baseline, and then I have to draw 2 arcs, one above and one below this line, and let me see at what point I'm going really slow so that my students can understand this all working properly. Okay, now look at what point both the perpendicular bisectors are meeting. Both the perpendicular bisectors are meeting at this point. Look, this line is was cutting at 0 and 1, and this second perpendicular bisector is also cutting at 0 and 1, and this is a rotation with center. What? Rotation with center 0, 1. And then now we have not fully described this rotation because the marks are 3. So 1 mark examiner will be giving me for writing rotation and 1 for center of rotation. And now this is my center of rotation. Let me mark it R and recall the rule for center of rotation AR A dash, that I have to join object point with the center of rotation. Center of rotation, this is the object point. I'm making it little bold so that my students can see this working carefully. And this is okay, this is the angle. Let me mark 90-degree angle here because this shape is making L. This is the turn, and this is 90-degree clockwise. 90-degree clockwise. Okay, 90-degree clockwise. The object is coming from this point to this point. Yes, it's okay. Students, you can see I have explained through this question, I have explained to you almost all type of transformations. And moving to the next part, says that triangle D is the image of triangle A after an enlargement with scale factor 2 with center of enlargement 1 and 2. We have to draw triangle D. We are given with the center of enlargement, that is 1 and 2. Mark center of enlargement and join each vertex one by one with center of enlargement. Suppose I'm marking this vertex and I'm extending. I have to extend the line as the scale factor is positive. So what we will be doing, that object and image will be on the same side of center of enlargement, and each length of image will be scale factor times the object length. Here object has the length 2 blocks, so image will have the length 2 more blocks, that is 4 blocks, and height of the object is 1. Height of the object will be 2, and this side will be let me keep my compass here once again because my compass is little loose. This is 4 units. 4 is little coming. Let me fix it. Okay, and let me hold the compass from the top, and this is coming at this place. Okay, and now let's join the sides with the help of ruler. Okay, this one and this one. This is your enlarged figure, and we have to draw and label it with the name triangle D. This is my triangle D. I hope you are really clear about this question, And let me move to the next question, and this will be the last question of this paper, and after this we'll be discussing paper 2. Let me read the question from the paper. Question says the diagram shows an isosceles triangle ABC where ABC, where AB equals to AC, AB equals to AC, A, B and C, and then D is the point on AC such that AD and B, D and B is 90 degrees. This is given. And the second is the point on AB, AEC is 90 degrees. AEC, E and C, this is again 90 degrees. AEC, yes. And AB, this side equals to this side. These two sides are equal. Okay, and then we have to show that triangle ADB are congruent and give reason for each statement you make. It's really important to understand that how to decide that triangles are congruent. In case of the congruency, you must have to establish three reasons, because without 3 reasons congruency cannot be established. So let's discuss and see how can we establish the congruency. Let's read the question once again. Question says that AB, the diagram shows the isosceles triangle ABC where AB, side AB equals to AC, and in that isosceles triangle we further have 2 triangles. One is ADB triangle in which angle ADB is of Meyer 90 degree, and the second one is AEC triangle with angle E 90 degree Meyer. These two are the informations which are given to us, and again AB equals to AC show that the triangle is ADB is congruent to triangle AEC. Triangle ADB congruent to triangle AEC. What is the reason? Because if we look at the question and the information which is given, it is given that angle ADB and angle AEC, ADB and AEC, they are of Meyer 90 degrees. Angle ADB, D and B equals to AEC, which is equal to 90 degree, and the reason for this is that it is already given in the question. And the second is that if we look at the sound of both the triangles, the name of both the triangles, that ADB and AEC, angle EAC equals to DAB, which is common angle of both the triangles, common angle, or it's given common angle of both the triangles, and it's given as well. Okay, now there is one more information which is already given to us, that AC side equals to AB side, AB side equals to AB side equals to AC side. Block this information as well. It is already given. So which tests of congruency we are applying? So triangle ADB is congruent to to triangle AEC. This is angle side property, or angle side, angle and side property, AAS, two angles and one side rule, two angles and one side. Yes, I hope students you are really clear about today's class. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.